So you've made the big leap and you've decided that you want more than just life in academia. You want more than just your academic responsibilities that you do day in and day out. You want life to be more than just about teaching, about writing grants, about conducting your research. You've decided that you want a more fulfilled life. And you've also decided that running an online business could be the right way to go to help you achieve this more fulfilled life as an academic. And I totally get it because I have done the exact same thing, I believe the exact same way. So if you're new here, I am Dr. Toyin Alli. I have a PhD in mathematics. I'm a senior lecturer at a research university, and I run a six-figure business called the Academic Society. And on top of all of that, I have a consultancy where I help academics who are entrepreneurs. I help them create and operate a semester-proof business. Now, semester-proof business is something I just came up with when I realized what kind of business I was actually running. I was running a business that didn't depend on me to be profitable. That when my semesters got super draining and I was super exhausted and didn't have time to work on my business was consistently profitable even during those busy semesters. So I call it my semester-proof business, and I help other academics build their own semester-proof business. So my favorite thing about working with academics is, number one, they're brilliant. Number two, they are deeply connected to helping others. And number three, they are self-starters. When I give my clients a strategy or a game plan, some system to follow, they implement it immediately and start seeing results in their business right away. So if academic entrepreneurs are such great self-starters and lifelong learners, why do they need a business consultant or a business coach to move their business forward? Well, one reason is accountability. So if you're like me, you probably don't work with anyone else who runs their own business. You probably don't work with anyone else who has their own digital products business. Everyone around you is likely talking about research, teaching, and they kind of subscribe to that kind of toxic academic culture where everything you do needs to be about academic life and you shouldn't have a life outside of that. I don't believe in this, and I think my clients really appreciate that about me. So they love to brainstorm with me. They love to have me as someone to bounce ideas off of. They love to have me as an example of what is possible for them in their academic business. So that accountability is crucial because you're likely not surrounded by other people who think the exact same way as you about having a life outside of academia and using an academic business to build your income to live a more fulfilled life. Okay, so the second reason, and really the main point of this reason, is academics are lifelong learners and researchers. So if you have considered or already have started your own online business, whether it's speaking, consulting, book writing, digital products, all of the above, right? If you've considered that, you've probably done a lot of research. You've been all over the internet and learned. There are a lot of thought leaders in business. There are a lot of different strategies, different tactics to implement. And I find that my clients kind of get all that information and kind of get like paralyzed, like where do I actually start? There's so much information and often they are conflicting. So just finding a good starting place and figuring out what do I do next? And then after that, what's next? Right? That is really why my clients come to me, because I can help them break down what are the steps, what are the things they need to immediately do next. So what I do for my clients is give them an order of operations, you know, like PEMDAS. So I'm a mathematician, of course. So when you first started learning mathematics, you likely learned about the order of operations, PEMDAS. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, the way that your teacher probably taught you which order to do the different operations in an algebraic expression. So P is for parentheses, E is for exponents, M multiplication, D division, A addition, S subtraction. Well, I've created PEMDAS for your business and it's called WECOT, W-E-C-O-T. This is the order that you should be doing things to create and build your own semester-proof business. So you don't have to wonder, what should I be working on first? Should I figure out the tech first? Should I figure out the words first? What's going on? All you have to do is follow WECOT. So let me tell you what WeCot stands for. W is words, so the words you use. E is the environment, so setting up an environment for your offer to exist. C is the content. So what kind of content are you going to create to attract your audience? O is your outline. So the outline of your customer journey, of your sales funnel. Get that down on paper first. And then T is the tech, the systems. That is actually the final step of WeCot. So when I mentioned that I help academics run their business using systems and automations, they think that it's really difficult and that the tech is it's the biggest hurdle to get over. When in actuality, it's the easiest part, which is why it's the very last operation in my WeCot. There's actually more foundational work that needs to be done first, because what is the point of an automated sales funnel or an automated sales machine if it doesn't convert to sales at the end? You have to set the right foundation first. So I have a 3-part workshop called Sales on Autopilot for academic entrepreneurs, where I teach other academics how to walk through this WeCot system, how to set up an automated sales funnel that makes money on autopilot so that you can be in the middle of class, in the middle of your research, get a notification on your phone that someone has bought something that you offered without you doing any work. So that's what I teach inside of Sales on Autopilot, and the whole thing walks through my WeCot order of operations system. So let's get into it. All right, so the W, like I mentioned, is for words. These are the words that you use when talking to your ideal customer or your ideal client. So this is the words you say to your audience. This is what is known as messaging. And let me tell you, I ran my business for 2 years, made $0 without knowing what messaging was. But once I figured out what messaging was, I was like, oh, this is how people are making sales. Messaging is infused with sales psychology. It's how you know exactly what words to write on Twitter, what words to write in your social media posts, what words to write in your emails, what words to say in your videos that resonate with your audience, so that their ears perk up and they're like, oh, this person knows me and they know about me and I believe that they can help me. The words are so important. So the first thing you should get clear on is, what are your people saying about the problem or the thing they're struggling with? So the thing you help people with, how are they talking about their issue? You want to be able to use their words so that they resonate with you. Also, how do they talk about the solution? Like, how would they feel? What would it look like if they didn't have that problem anymore? That is what your offers promise should be. That is the transformation you should be offering, and that's how you should be talking about it to your audience. So getting that clear is what's going to help you attract the right people to your offer. Okay, E. E is the environment. So this is the positioning. So you can offer different products, different services, but what's really going to help you sell is positioning that product so that your ideal client can tell that this product is the right thing for them at this exact point in their life. So positioning, creating that environment, that means setting up a scenario, setting up the environment for your offer so that it is actually revolving around who your client is. All right, so what do I mean by that? I offer a product called Grad School Prep. This is a grad school prep program. It teaches incoming graduate students about graduate school, what they can expect, how much time they'll be spending working, the interpersonal politics of academia, all of these things that none of us knew before we started grad school. And the way that I have positioned this offer is, it's not for any grad student. It's only for the grad student who has just gotten their acceptance letter. They're super excited about grad school, but they are so nervous about this next stage in life and they don't know what to expect. Insert my course, Grad School Prep. This course tells them what to expect. This eases their fears, helps them get on a level playing field with the other people who are going to graduate school. So I have positioned that product so that it is perfectly applicable and perfectly resonates with the person that product is for. So I've set up an environment for my product. Okay, C is the content. So content can be a little overwhelming to think about because there are so many platforms. Like, do you want to have a blog? Do you want to be on YouTube, a podcast, social media, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok? I do not recommend being everywhere all at once, everything everywhere all at once. I actually just recommend being in 2 places. So I always recommend hero content. So having a place where your people can find your long form content. This is going to help your strangers get to know who you are and understand how you can help them, right? So long form content doesn't mean you have to have a blog. It doesn't mean you have to have a YouTube channel like I'm doing. It's just something that can help you attract your audience without you doing the work of seeking them out. How can they find you? So I teach a lot of different methods, but the main ones are using SEO, so search engine optimization, so people can type into Google or YouTube or Pinterest and find your content. Or creating some type of workshop series, using ads, being invited to be interviewed on other podcasts. These are ways that you can use content without having to create weekly content. So number 1, I recommend having long form content, hero content, evergreen content that is relevant always. And then number 2, I also recommend having a place where you can just interact and build relationships with your people and not put pressure on that, like social media, to show up every day. Just show up when you feel called to show up, and show up when you're ready to make relationships with others. That really goes a long way. So the C is the content. Okay, O is the outline. So you don't go from all of that stuff, the words, the positioning, or the words, the environment, and the content, to having an automated sales funnel. No, we got to outline it first. So what is the customer journey? How are they first going to see you? What do they do next? What do they do next? And then when do they finally make a purchasing decision? What does that look like? And once you outline that, you can draw out a map of your automated sales funnel. Where does your customer start? What do they do next? What do they do next? And then what happens when they purchase? So you just want to get it out on paper or like on a Google Doc or something. And then once you have all of the pieces, then it's quick and simple. We'll take an hour or so, maybe 2 hours to put it together with the tech. So the T is the tech, the systems. So what are you using to power your automated sales funnel or your sales machine to make those sales on autopilot during a busy semester? So in my workshop, I actually have a couple of recommendations, but my first recommendation is just a $9 tech stack. One platform. It doesn't even have to be super expensive. $9 a month to set all of this up with the automated emails and like get all the pieces connected. And so in my workshop, I have tutorials on how to work through all of this stuff. So to recap, in what order should you do these things? 1, figure out the words, the W. What words should you be using? Number 2, set up the environment around your offer. That's the E. Number 3 is the C, content, creating that hero content and having a place to build a relationship with your audience. Number 4, the O, the outline. Outline your customer journey and sales funnel. And finally, number 5 is the T, put it together with the tech. Okay, so those are the steps. So now you can go out and implement it. If you would like help implementing it, I have a 3-day workshop called Sales on Autopilot. So it's actually a pre-recorded workshop, so you can literally start watching it now. And it also comes with a live implementation class. So let me talk to you about all of the things. So in the 3-day workshop, the first day or the first lesson walks you through the W and the E. It walks you through sales psychology. So I help you narrow down your niche, figure out your messaging and your positioning. And I also give explicit examples from my own automated sales funnel that I use for grad school prep. It's a $97 offer and it made $8,000 on autopilot without me having to do a thing after it was set up. So basically the first lesson is like a case study in that offer, and I walk you through the sales psychology for how to set the foundation for your automated sales funnel. The second day is all about content. So it's all about the hero content. So I walk you through the different types and styles of hero or evergreen content that you could do. And you can just choose the one that resonates with you the most. You don't have to do all of the things. Just decide, okay, well, what could I do? What would feel good for me? And I also provide resources. So I created email templates, examples, all of the things just to make it as easy as possible, because I know creating that content can take a long time, especially emails. So if you have a little template, if you have some prompts, that'll help you do it much quicker. And then finally, it is the tech. So we're gonna outline everything and put it together with the tech. I'll give you some tech tutorials, give you all the recommendations, show you what I use, walk you through all of the thing. And plus I have a little bonus on how to price your offer. I find that academics try to like lowball themselves for some reason and offer their offers at very low prices, but it's kind of like a mindset thing. So in my pricing training, I kind of walk you through the mindset that you need to make sure that the price that you're pricing your offer is fair to you and fair to your customer. Okay, so that is Sales on Autopilot, and it's all pre-recorded, but I also have a live class. So it's a live implementation class where I walk you through building your semester-proof business plan. So I've actually created a Notion template. You don't have to have Notion to use it, to kind of just like build out your whole business. So you can see all areas of the business and build out your funnel. And so we'll do that together in a live setting. So if you're interested and that sounds wonderful and you want to do the week hot with me and other academic entrepreneurs, go to drtoyinalli.com/SOA for Sales on Autopilot to check it out. All right, so to recap, one of the biggest struggles that my academic entrepreneur clients struggle with is knowing what to do first, knowing what to do second, knowing what to do third. Well, now you know exactly what order to do the things week hot: words, environment, content, outline, tech. Okay, I'll put all the links that you need in the description of this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you are an academic who is also a business owner, this YouTube channel is for you. So definitely subscribe and look for any other videos on the channel. And also check out my website. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of the week hot. Let me know in the comments, are you going to use it? Do you have your own system? Do you have your own roadmap? I'd love to start a conversation with you. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.